Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here and welcome to my guide to the Arcadion Match 1 in the light heavyweight division on the normal difficulty. Your first opponent in the Arcadion will be none other than the ferocious feline, Black Cat. To skip to any specific mechanic in the fight, please use the timestamp in the description of the video. The fight starts by introducing Black Cat's more basic abilities. Bloody Scratch is a raid-wide AoE, and Biscuit Maker is a tank buster. Oh, and yes, you can fall off the arena. That will be important later. 1-2 Paw will be the first avoidable attack, which simply does two back-to-back half-room AoE cleaves. Just look at Black Cat's paws and go opposite of them in the order they appear. Standard stuff. Then there's Black Cat Crossing, which does two back-to-back conal AoEs. Just look at whether it's a cross pattern or a plus pattern first and dodge accordingly. Then there's Clawful, which is just a basic split damage AoE, so stack up. The first real mechanic is Mouser. This targets squares on the arena several times back to back to back before unleashing attacks on those squares in the same order. Some squares will be targeted twice, some once, and some not at all. Any squares targeted twice will be destroyed by the second hit, so the most important thing here is to not be on a falling square. Fortunately for range, the tiles that are never hit are always away from the boss, so I just hang south and pick the platform that doesn't get targeted. For melee, you can dance around the middle platforms and avoid getting hit. Just don't be on any of the double targeted ones when they get destroyed. Shortly after Mouser, a few platforms will be restored to connect the middle of the arena, before Black Cat uses Elevate and Eviscerate. This targets a random player and spawns an arrow behind them during the cast. When it finishes casting, she will dash at them, knock them into the air, and cause them to slam down on the platform that was highlighted behind them during the cast itself. If you land on a broken tile, which will be designated by being marked red if you're going to land on it, it will shatter and you will plummet to your doom. And anyone else on that platform will also. Just ensure you're knocked onto a fully built platform. Black Cat will do this 4 times in a row before giving up. She then teleports to the middle of the room and does a knockback. It sends you just under 2 tile lengths, so either get really close to the inside of her hitbox with a good angle to make sure there's plenty of space where you're being knocked back, or just use knockback resist. Honestly, just knockback resist. After this, Black Cat will do a raid wide before fixing the entire arena. With the arena returned, Black Cat begins casting Predaceous Pounce. She will lay out a path of attacks with line AoEs leading to big AoEs, as marked during the cast. While it looks like a lot, I generally advise just hanging out by the first AoE that appears and moving into it once it goes away. Even if another AoE appears near it, it won't completely overlap the first one. Then just don't be in the dash path, which is marked by the paw prints during the cast. There are also spots that are completely safe where range can usually just hang out, but if you can't find them, fall back on moving into the first one. After another, Biscuit Maker is leaping 1-2 Paw. This is the same as 1-2 Paw from earlier, except that Black Cat will slide over to a marker on the arena before executing the attack. She doesn't turn, so it's basically just a shift over, as you can see here. She also does a leaping Black Cat Crossing with the same principle, so just stand where it will be safe for each of these and then move over for the second hit. The final new stuff you'll see is in Mouser number 2. This starts the same as Mouser number 1, but Black Cat will use Copycat once the arena is broken up. Her Copycat will use Elevate and Eviscerate on a random party member, while Black Cat herself uses Overshadow. This is just a line split damage AoE. Just have everyone stack up while the person taking the knockback ensures they survive, and it's no biggie. The person taking the knockback can even be in the stack. There's no punishment for that, as long as they land on a safe platform. And don't land on the same platform as the rest of the team. That won't end well. After another knockback and a Biscuit Maker will come a raid wide into the arena being fixed. Black Cat then does Copycat again, this time summoning a clone to do Predaceous Pounce. I recommend just getting right next to where the clone starts and standing on the side of it away from where it starts dashing. This is super safe and also ensures your next movement is really quick. At the end of this, Black Cat will jump center and do a 1-2 Paw, which you just need to sidestep as you did before. The only other thing to take note of that I didn't really mention is that after a lot of her attacks, she'll either do a spread AoE or a stack AoE, but those just require you to react accordingly. It's really important that you know how the more important abilities work. Just do all of that on repeat and M1 is done and dead. Collect your token and go grab your loot for the week. Sometimes a bonus chest will appear and it will have the music, and given how cool the music is, I bet you're probably going to want that. You can also get a triple triad card of her, so plenty to collect here. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap for my guide to match 1 in the Arcadion's light heavyweight division. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.